are several different ways you can present your fly to the fish, and I'm going to give you an introduction to those right now. The main one is what we call the dead drift, essentially where your fly flows with the speed of the current. If the stream is flowing this way, I'm going to cast it a little upstream. As the fly comes down, I'm just going to follow it. If I'm casting in front of me, I'm just going to follow it down. That's called a dead drift, and I would imagine about 80% of your presentation should be a dead drift, where the fly is behaving as naturally like a dead bug as you can. But if that's not working, you can try different things as well. So for example, you can try twitching your fly up and down, give it a little bit of motion. It's a very small amount of motion right here on the rod, although the tip is bouncing quite a bit. And of course you can vary the speed and the amount of bounce that you're doing depending on the conditions. The next thing you can try as well, if the dead drift and the pulsating the fly don't work, try stopping the fly at a certain spot. So you can have the rod tip upstream from your fly, stop it in place, and that's called the pause technique. And it's really good to use when there's like submerged rocks and there might be a fish in front of a rock and you want to entice the fish. Another thing that I really like to try is the pause and drift technique, where I stop my fly, let it drift, stop, let it drift, stop, let it drift. Lastly but not least, I like to do the pulling technique, where I'm going to be pulling my fly towards me, towards my shore, or pull it upstream about a foot at a time, giving it a lot of different action. So those are the main techniques that you can use: a dead drift, pulsating technique, a pause and drift, or a pulling technique.